I want to start just giving a little bit of background about Pi Sigma Alpha, but more focusing on the mission of the organization. Pi Sigma Alpha first initiated members over 100 years ago at the University of Texas in Austin. In addition to acknowledging outstanding undergraduate work in political science, the organization was also founded with a purpose of bringing together students and faculty interested in the study of government and politics. But it didn't stop there. The organization also has an even larger mission. Its founders sought to build an organization where members would take their political science training and try to make an impact on government and on civic life. That mission lives on in our members today through personal civic engagement, through programming on your campuses, where you bring students together to discuss and debate political issues in a civil manner, to encouraging others to be engaged politically, to volunteering in your community, whether that be on election day or anytime throughout the year. And that's just to name a few. The political activities of our members are many and they are varied. So as I mentioned, I'm very pleased to join you tonight to be part of this induction ceremony and to welcome so many of you to your new membership in Pi Sigma Alpha.
Thanks so much, Dr. Oxley. So, as Dr. Oxley mentioned, this Pi Sigma Alpha is just celebrated centennial. As we sort of navigate into our second century as an organization, I want you to think about what it means to belong to an organization with that sort of history. More than 300,000 individuals have been inducted into Pi Sigma Alpha since it was first founded on the campus at UT Austin back in 1920. I want to take a moment just to share a little bit about that first class, because it's so fascinating. Now, Pi Sigma Alpha originally was put forward by one of the early leaders at the Department of Government in University of Texas, Austin, as a notion to start expanding the presence of political science outside of the coast, outside of the East Coast and the West Coast. And in doing so, they sought to create opportunities for engagement on campus and beyond. So after that first class was inducted in October of 1920, it actually went on to go do some pretty impressive things. That first class featured 13 individuals, 12 men and 1 woman, and among them would come a future Supreme Court Justice and U.S. Attorney General, a future U.S. Ambassador to several South American nations, a future leader in the organized labor movement, as well as a future government professor at Harvard, and a number of other future attorneys. Now, the one young woman that was inducted that year, her name was Mary McBride. And while she took no further education in a traditional sense, she actually married and became a school teacher in a small town in Texas called Yoakum. Now, from all the research that we've been able to do here, she actually went on to have as much impact in her small Texas town through her civic and cultural work as a lot of those other individuals did in work that took them very far from the state of Texas. Today, her legacy is upheld as the library in town is still named after her. There are scholarships named after her and her husband at the local high school. Her name is etched into the history of that town. And there's a reason I share this story. It's to sort of amplify what Dr. Oxley had said, is that regardless of your own future education and your own future training, you actually have an opportunity to make a difference in your community, big or small. And as we navigate through tonight, I want you to think about what it means to be a citizen and sort of what the ideals of Pi Sigma Alpha are. Each of you has taken a unique set of training over the course of the past few years at your college or university, and it's preparing you for what comes next. The ability to be an active part of our civic society and add to the conversation. Your training, both theoretical and practical, gives you an opportunity to make a difference not only at the Thanksgiving dinner table, but also in your local community, in elections and nonprofits. And I hope you'll give that a lot of thought as we work through this evening. So we've got 6 chapters that have inductees to welcome this evening. And we'll kick it off in alphabetical order. We're going to start with our friends at the California State University of Fresno, the Alpha Delta Beta chapter. And I'd like to welcome one of the chapter co-advisors, Everett Vieira. Dr. Vieira.
Thank you, Sean. The Alpha Delta Beta chapter at California State University, Fresno is pleased to induct 12 new members. Those 12 new members are Aiden Boyles, Anthony Camacho, Guadalupe Cruz, Efrain Heredia, Elise Higgs, Ann Kreuscher, Kim Madrigal, Elliot McAvoy, Alexandria Mercado Quesada, Lauren Phillips, Dao Vang, and Alex Walker. And on behalf of the Pi Sigma Alpha chapter at Fresno State, we'd like to thank Sean for his service over the last few years. I've also had the pleasure of working with Sean previously at Stanislaus State, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thanks so much, Everett. Is Professor Castananco, would you like to say a few words as well as co-advisor?
Yes, thanks, Sean. So we are really pleased to feature our students today, members, sort of newish members of Pi Sigma Alpha. Some of them have been members already. Yeah, just wanted to say that the students have been doing great things already as members of the chapter. So it's really exciting to see them finally being indicted today. So thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely. And I know we have chapter president Anne is with us as well. And Krishna, would you like to say a few words, Anne?
Of course. So I, as a student, seeing Fresno State's chapter being revived, we were chartered in 2006, but we were recently revived only a couple of years ago, and the pandemic has really created a lot of challenges for us as essentially a new organization. And so I am very, very pleased that we have so many new inductees today, and that these students have really stepped up and shown themselves to be outstanding political science students and really involved in their community and their campus culture.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Anne. Those are wonderful remarks, and we're so thankful for your leadership through the course of this year. I know it has not been easy. Let's turn now next to our next chapter, which is Francis Marion University. It's the Rho Lambda chapter, and it's led by Professor Dylan Tatum. Dylan?
Right. The Rho Lambda chapter of FMU is pleased to welcome 7 new members to the Political Science Honor Society. Those members are Guillermina Chilton, Allison Collins, Kylie Coward, Samuel George, Ashley Knight, Sherwina Moore, and Kennedy Thomas. And I'll just say on behalf of the faculty of FMU and the Political Science Department here, and having taught 6 of the 7 students here in various classes, that you guys are great representatives of the university and of Pi Sigma Alpha, and we're very, very happy to have you inducted today.
Outstanding. Thanks so much for those words, Dylan. Thanks for being here. Next on the list is Ramapo College of New Jersey, which is led by Jeremy Teagan, the chapter advisor. Jeremy, care to say a few words?
I sure do. It's great to be here tonight. Hello. We have a lot to celebrate despite the global pandemic. Going through rituals like this in a less than ideal way is obviously a little different than we're used to, but I want to let especially our Ramapo inductees know that our chapter in the Political Science and Pi Sigma Alpha organization is famous for having 100% buy-in from our emeriti. We have a wonderful in-person ceremony with, well, we're celebrating our 50th birthday as an institution, and the number of political science emeriti now outnumbers the number of faculty in the department. So congratulations to all the inductees, but especially my 5 here at Ramapo College. Let me flip around to my list here. Oh, you've got them for me here. Sean Burke, Cassandra Danton, Kyle Dunphy, Kylie Shanahan, and Helen Witt are our inductees, our 5 inductees for Pi Sigma Alpha this year.
Outstanding. Thanks so much, Jeremy. And for those of you that can see Jeremy on camera, when we talk about regalia, Pi Sigma Alpha regalia is often honor cord or medallion. Dr. Teagan is doing the regalia right in the academic side with his full robes and such. And thank you so much for decking out this evening. I think we're also joined this evening by your chapter president. I don't know if Manor Khan is with us or not. Manor, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I'd just like to say I had the honor to welcome bright students and contribute to the group's accomplishments over this past year as the president. I'm incredibly proud of how understanding and adaptable we could be to adjust to such difficult circumstances. I'm excited to see how our chapter will evolve. I also want to mention the class of the previous spring semester because we unfortunately could not have a proper induction ceremony as well last year. As part of that class, I would like to mention Kiara Belliram, Michaela Zabel, Noah Callahan, Nicole Yakimic, Phil Pilari, Michael Devlin, Nicholas Bykop. Thank you.
Outstanding. Thanks so much, Nora. And thanks for your leadership through the course of the year. It means a lot to us to have undergraduate students like yourself taking this on. All right, next up, we have here locally, coming from the District of Columbia, the University of the District of Columbia, and chapter advisor Amanda Huron. Amanda?
Hi, it's so great to be here, and it's so lovely to see so many students here, especially, of course, your UDC students who are being honored tonight. So yeah, we're really grateful to be part of this national ceremony. And I think it's really exciting for students to see their fellow inductees from all over the country and to realize that this is a national network that you all are part of now for life. And that's really exciting to think about, just the networking opportunities in terms of doing all of the incredible work that you are planning to do throughout your lifetime. So I'm really excited to be part of this event tonight. I really want to thank our students for your incredible leadership in the classroom at UDC and also beyond. So many of you are already, though you haven't graduated yet, doing really incredible work in the community. I'm personally supervising several of you right now in this incredible work you're doing. And it's just really exciting to see all of this happening, especially right now with the challenge of the pandemic. So I'm thrilled to introduce our inductees to read your names. So we have a big class because we, like Ramapo, we were not able to do an induction ceremony last year. So we're really delighted to welcome you all this year. So I'm very pleased to welcome Sadiq Abdelghani, Ira Abubakar, Mariel Adams, Kelsey Aguilar, Mohammed Ahmed, Noemia Baptista, Mariana Barros Titus, Natalie Bell, Jasmine Bolding, Ruby Branscombe, Ira Joseph Gafino, Aldair Campos, Jackson Carnes, Daniel Cruz, Janice Diaz, Jabiliru Drabo, Tanisha Dublin, Ketty Iberapu, Waikinia Gillespie, Rebecca Green, Kelly Hernandez Arquia, Benjamin Hofschneider, Jamil Holden, Simone Hostin, Yukia Huggy, Michelle Highland, Tristan Jones, Daryl Kelly, Cordero Kimbrell, Pamela Lava, Jade Martinez, Kintu McLeod, Carlos McKnight, Hunter Rowson, Brady Sensabaugh, Corey Shaw, William Shield, Zilla Wesley, Kyla Woods, and Madeline Yendo. Thank you so much. Excellent work, all students. And I believe I'm joined here by Guy Schroyer, who's the chair of our division. And Guy, did you want to say a few words as well?
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Huron. I just wanted to tell all of you how very proud we are of you, of your accomplishment. This is a really big deal. And you make it worth our while to pursue our career in college teaching. I can't tell you how much respect I have for you for doing what you've done in the most difficult year that anyone has faced in academia in a century. So sincere congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much. I am very pleased to have UDC return to active status, and what a fantastic class, and really excited to see what comes next. All right, next up, we're going to move to the University of Michigan, and let me introduce the chapter advisor there, who's Dustin Hahn. Dustin?
Hey everyone, I just wanted to say a quick congratulations to our new chapter members. Luckily, we were able to fit in the inductees last year. So this year, I think we still have a pretty large group at 37 students, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and read through the list. Krista Albertons, Lindsay Abrahamian, Justin Ballard, Scarlett Bickerton, David Brackett, Catherine Donnelly, Corey Dubin, Benjamin Elbaum, William Fitzharris, Victoria Guevara, Madison Hernandez, Aparna Iyer, Ryan Jansen, Philip Jabanovsky, Fawad Kareem, Taya Khalil, Sujin Kim, William Klein, Elliot Klingenberg, Amanda Lightman, Hannah Mackey, Kevin McCourtney, Matt Metrick, Alex Moon, Seth Neiman, Ciara Nolan, Rebecca Peterson, Olivia Ponte, Samantha Schubert, Gregory Severin, Caroline Schrock, Daniel Silver, Christopher Sullivan, Henry Taylor, Thomas Vance, Kennedy Wade, Ruchi Wakaheda, Tyler Watt.
Thanks so much, Dustin. And I think your chapter president is online with us as well. Brandon, are you with us? Or maybe not. So Brendan Garbin has
I did see him when I did a quick search, so it's just me tonight.
That's right. Brendan Garbin has served as chapter president there at the University of Michigan, one of our older chapters, founded in 1949, and it has long inducted great classes. Thank you so much, Dustin, for being part of this. Next, let's meet the University of South Dakota, Dr. Julia Helwich.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm really delighted to be part of this process virtually. I'm excited that we have been able to resurrect our chapter, which lay dormant for a while. And if there's any silver linings in this pandemic, I think it's that we're able to connect this way to chapters that we otherwise wouldn't have met. And so I'm delighted to see all of these different chapters and all these new faces who we're all a part of, we're all connected to. And so that's really great. Our chapter is one that has a lot of, has a lot of wonderful alumni as part of our department and as part of Pi Sigma Alpha alumni, from political scientists like Ken Meyer to journalists like Tom Brokaw and Pat O'Brien. And so you're joining a great crew. And I'm especially delighted because I'm pretty sure that every single one of the ones that we are inducting this year are students who I have taught personally, which is just wonderful. And so I'm excited to see all of these names, and I'm hoping that in the afterworld that we'll be able to go back to all the many great things that we've been doing through events on campus. And so with that, I'll be happy to read the names. They are Kaylina Anderson, Alex Buss, Talon Everson, Allie Feiner, Micah Moen, Peyton Mueller, Sydney Potterbaum, Pierce Richardson, Becca Thompson, Casey Tubbs, Chris Vogel, and Brianna Zimmer.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. And I love the history of the chapter there at South Dakota is fantastic, including current member of Congress, Dusty Johnson, is that right? Is also a member of your chapter, one of the dozens of members of Congress at this moment who are members of Pi Sigma Alpha from their undergraduate days. So I think we're joined here by your co-presidents, one of whom is probably right across the city from me, hanging in our Eastern Market, Amber Hulse. Amber, you want to say a few words?
Yeah, I just wanted to echo the sentiments of the professors and other students before. This is an extremely, hard time to succeed academically. Doing everything virtually is, an added stress to, the already strenuous tasks of being a high achieving student. So kudos to all of you that have, received this recognition at our school and all the other schools being inducted tonight. Our chapter, like Sean mentioned, is extremely historical, and you'll all be learning a little bit about that. Our chapter started a new historical project this year and highlighting the 100th anniversary of Pi Sigma Alpha. And I know my co-president, Carissa, who's on the call, wants to talk a little bit about that legacy and congratulate you all as well. So.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention this year, our Pi Sigma Alpha chapter started a newsletter for our political science department. We called it Farber Legacy, and we had a bunch of different students from the department and Pi Sigma Alpha just kind of connect our chapter, the students at USD, with our Pi Sigma Alpha history. So we look forward to see what you all, the new inductees, will continue this legacy in your careers in political science. So I just want to say congratulations.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Carissa. I know either Julia or Amber mentioned that noted political scientist Ken Meyer, who I believe now is here at American University, was inducted into the chapter at USD. But his wife was inducted into Pi Sigma Alpha as well. And they're a great story together. So, and the stories abound. Across this organization, not everyone is going to become president of the United States. Bill Clinton is the only sitting president to have been elected as an undergraduate, although John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon were both inducted as honorary members. We have 3 Supreme Court justices, including that one that was in the first class at UT Austin. But other than that, William Rehnquist and Anthony Kennedy were both inducted as undergraduates during their days at Stanford. And the list goes on and on and on. But I think now it's time to move on to our formal ritual of initiation. And I'm going to throw this back to Dr. Oxley to lead us through. If I could ask that everyone turn their camera on for this. There's sort of a speaking and roll here. So if you're comfortable turning your camera on, please do. And Dr. Oxley, it's your turn.
Great, thank you, Sean. Members of Pi Sigma Alpha, candidates for initiation, and friends. We are here today for the purpose of initiating new members into Pi Sigma Alpha, the National Political Science Honor Society. The study of politics and government is one of the noblest of academic pursuits because a deep and true understanding of the principles by which we govern ourselves contributes directly to the quality of our lives, as well as the well-being of future generations. You have demonstrated, both by your interest in and commitment to this discipline, and by your high scholastic achievement, that you have the potential to excel as citizens and scholars, and so deserve the honor of membership in Pi Sigma Alpha. With this special honor comes the special obligations of leaders to exemplify and safeguard the academic aims of your institution, the honesty and integrity of its scholars, and the ideals of your alma mater. You have earned membership in this illustrious society by attaining the highest standards of scholarship, not only in the discipline of political science, but in your overall academic work as well, and in accordance with the rigorous criteria set forth in the National Constitution of Pi Sigma Alpha, the bylaws of your own chapter, and the strict requirements of the Association of College Honor Societies. I would now ask that each of the new inductees turn on their audio, and please say "I do" after I read the following declaration. Do you, our new members, signify your acceptance of and commitment to the ideals of high scholarship, integrity, and citizenship embodied in the goals of this institution and of Pi Sigma Alpha?
I do.
I do. Fantastic. Your eligibility for membership in Pi Sigma Alpha has been vouched for by members of the faculty at your institution, and so you are duly invited to lifetime membership in both the national organization of Pi Sigma Alpha and in your local chapter. Congratulations to you all.
All right, everyone, how about a big round of applause? Let's unmute and get a round of applause. Congratulations, everyone.
Woohoo!
So now you join this network that is 300,000 strong. I want you to think about how you are going to take advantage of it. That starts on your own college campus and extends beyond that. Make sure tonight that you're posting this to your LinkedIn page, that you've been inducted into Pi Sigma Alpha, that you add it to your resume, that you think about how you want to be a visible part of this organization, both on campus and once you leave. I took part in another induction event earlier today where they brought back a student who now worked on Capitol Hill as a legislative director after a number of years. And he commented that the first job he had gotten on the Hill as a legislative correspondent was in part because he was a Pi Sigma Alpha member, and so was the hiring officer. So you'll find that the Pi Sigma Alpha name stretches far and wide, not just here in DC, but across the country and across the globe. So make sure you take advantage of that. If you don't follow us on social media, I highly encourage you to do that. Give us a look on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter, just to keep an idea of what's going on. And for those of you that are returning back to campus in the fall, touch base with your faculty advisor. See what role you can play, both as a leader and as an active member. Pi Sigma Alpha runs programs through the course of the year, and more importantly, we support local chapters in any way we can. That includes more than $100,000 a year that we distribute in chapter activity grants to support creative programming on campus and beyond. Pi Sigma Alpha runs a national student research conference that allows students the opportunity to engage with peers in a professional setting and share their work, as well as the traditional scholarships and the other sort of offerings that one might find with an organization like ours. But think about who we are. I'll share one last piece before we sign off. Buried deep in the Pi Sigma Alpha files, I unearthed a number of years ago the original Constitution, which is dated December of 1919, even before that first class was inducted. And I just want to read to you what the founders of this organization were thinking when they created Pi Sigma Alpha, sort of the purpose, and let you think about whether it still resonates today. The objectives of this organization are to further the welfare of its individual members, to encourage the scientific and practical study of problems of government, to foster reforms in our government machinery, and to aid in the education of the electorate in problems of government. Now, after your course of study at your institutions, you're prepared to go off and make a difference in our country and globally as a citizen. And I welcome you to Pi Sigma Alpha, and I bid you farewell and good night. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Congrats to everyone.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Have a good
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody.
Way to go, Ramapo.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, daughter.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody. Marielle, congratulations.
Congratulations, Victoria.
Congratulations, everybody. It was great to see you.
So proud of you, Simone.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yay. Hey, Dr. Martin.
Hey,
Thank you for being here, Dr. Martin.
how are
Nice
you,
to see you.
John? So good to see you.
Oh, there you go, right there. Let me start the video.
Congratulations, Sean. You did a great job. I know this has been a rough year.
Absolutely. It's all worth it for events like this. I'm so thankful for people like you, and I'm so thankful that UDC was able to support the students this year to make this possible.
Thank you. Yes, thanks for all of your support.
Thanks for everything, Sean. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Julia. I'll see you soon, I hope.
I hope so.
Be well.
You as well.
All right, everyone. I'll bid you adieu and good night. Thank you again for joining this national induction event.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Take care. Good night.
Night all.
Bye-bye.